we can start off with a small one here, and you can see that, okay, it's on a shoulder, and we can see that it is this I can't even remember the name, you know, the cricket, Disney cricket man with a hat and the umbrella, really cute, but I don't know how old this is, but this is sort of what happens. This is a super typical example to show you what actually happens when times go by, you know, years go by, and those small thin lines, those small spaces, they get mushed and they blur out, and this is a typical example of that. And that's what Jiminy Cricket, thank you, Miss Tattoo, thank you. Yeah, so this is typical of what actually happens. I'm guessing, like wildly guessing, like this tattoo is like 10 to 20 years old. It could be older as well, but it could also be younger. You don't know, but in generally, I would guess somewhere around that, because that's what happens with small lines. And I think, I don't know, it's so small, so I think you shouldn't be like fixing a small tattoo like this. It would be so much better to just cover it up, or to remove it, or keep it as it is. If you keep it as it is, it's sort of a, you know, a charming old tattoo that had just gone blurry. But you could cover it up easily because it's small. I don't think you should fix or try to freshen it up, because it will happen again and again and again because it's so small. So yeah, bigger tattoos are better, usually. When I saw this one, I was like, wow, this is really, really good. I like that it is soft, it's realistic, it's very, like, not very typical black and gray, because it's not very typical, but you have classics in this. You have the rose and you have snakes, but you're also having this girl, which is not only a girl, but you can see that it's Medusa, and the snakes are coming out of her hair, and she has those cold white eyes. I think technically, as tattoo wise, I think it could be a little bit, I don't know, more effort in sort of hiding the lines, so that you should be able to see, you shouldn't be able to see the line works in a really realistic black and gray tattoo. So anything that can sort of hide that would be better. I think the whole thing is a little bit soft. It could be that it is actually several years old, so that it gets a little softer and it gets a little bit faded. But for this one, it would be nice to just go in for a second little session, just to really make that high contrast. Not everywhere, but in the places that really matter, like this let's see here with me and the brushes again. Oh my god. Okay, like this snake, you see it's like coming out towards us, and that could be even more exaggerated by texturizing it and making it super sharp and like bright. And I think her face could be a little bit, like her nose, a little bit more defined, and this snake as well, like this one, should be a little bit more like going out, like really having contrast towards her face, and yeah, like this, like hiding these lines. I'm not a very fan of seeing the lines in a black and gray realism tattoo. I'm not the best of this either, so it's more like, but it's you know, and yeah, that's sort of what I'm missing a little bit. But in the end, this is a really, really cool tattoo, and whoever did it is a very good artist. I just, yeah, I can always critique. I can always find something. Let's take a look at this one. A really, really cute, nice dog portrait. Okay, this photo does have some filter on it because you can see that we don't see a lot of saturation. A lot of tattoo artists do this. I do it all the time as well, just to like, I don't want to show all the redness to sort of scare all the clients away, because sometimes people can get really red outside of the tattoo, you know? So, but if you just look at the portrait, you can see that it's really nice. I love that it's a lot of black here. And this portrait will stay nice. It will stay realistic. It will stay this way for years because of its size. It's a good, decent size on the tattoo, and it's a lot of black, and it has details, like not too small details, but it has solid, you know, the contrast of black and white, and it's almost like a painting, you know, like a realistic painting, but it's not like super sharp small details, hyper realistic. And that's good because this will make the tattoo stay very nice for a very long time. So good. I think if I need to say something and critique it, I would say maybe add more background. I think that could be nice. You see this background here. It's just a little bit background right there. And it makes it, I mean, this background, you see that it's sort of, it needs to be there because there's a lot of white in, you know, in the edges here. That's why you need to have some background to get it to pop out. And that's more difficult in these areas because there's more black there, so you need that contrast. So that's like very nicely done, but I think it could be a little bit of background, like, I think, yeah, this is sort of the shape I would like to make, so that it gets more like even, but it could be darker in this area like it's supposed to be in a way, and then it could be lighter and lighter and softer and sort of disappear over there. That's because I sort of need to find something to critique, and that's it. Otherwise, super nicely done. As soon as I saw this, I thought, you know, it's so sweet. It's a really nice looking owl. And you have an owl sitting on a branch of cherry flowers. And you have this watercolor effect. And I think it's nice, it's sweet, it's gentle, but it's too gentle, it's too soft. It's because these pastel colors, as you see, like when you're looking far from it, you're, you know, now we're further away from the tattoo, we can't see what it is. We can hardly see that it is a tattoo there because it's not a lot of black there. It's only black lines. So I would say it needs a little bit bolder colors. I know this owl is light. It's not supposed to have dark colors. And the cherry blossoms, they are light, they're light pink, so they're not supposed to be dark. So I think, what could you do? You could do the branch even darker, make it more contrast. And you can have the background around the owl's head and the body. It could also be darker, just to like have more like the shape of it come out even more, so then it would be easier to see from far not only what it is, but that it actually is a tattoo and not just some blurry colors around, So, and that's the sort of dangers about watercolor tattoos, is that they can be way too soft so that the eye can't see really what you wanted to see, because it's a nice owl. It's a very, the nice flowers. It's so cute. I would love to have it as a drawing, but as a tattoo, it should be a little bit more oomph, But yeah, the drawing, I would love to frame that and have it on the wall because it's super, super nice. But yeah, more oomph.
This is the Tat Chat with Electric Linda.